Welcome to another Global Soul Live Online. We've got a real special one for you tonight. We're in Manchester, live from the Hope Mill Studios. We've got three bands. We've got the reunion for the first time after 16 years of Jersey Street playing live for you. We've also got the incredible Marley Hayes. But first, a band who first burst onto the scene this year. They've been around for a couple of years. They put out 2 singles this year. We were absolutely impressed with what they were doing. We had to put them on live. Please welcome Secret Night Gang.
starlight, inspiration of the ages. She transcends history's pages. How beautiful it will be. What a woman she has been. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something in the way I feel, my heart begins to fall. The way you look at me, it makes me want more. I wanna be with you, wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you, wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. The wind passed by my window, the leaves fall off the trees. I always want you with me, yeah. But it's harder than it seems. I wanna be with you, wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you, wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Yeah. Late nights, phone calls take me by surprise. Wishing you were in my arms. Time has given me the chance to understand how to make it through life. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you, wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you, yeah. I wanna be with you. Hey, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I want those late night phone calls to take me by surprise. I need my baby. All day and night, I'm gonna hold her tight. I need you, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. In my life, all day and night. Yes. Thank you. So we are a secret night gang. Hope everyone. Cheese indeed. Uh-huh. So we got the good old Jack Duckham on guitar. We got the waviest of the graviest, Stuart Whitehead on bass. Stuart. Got the wonderful Marley Hayes on backing vocals. Cheese. And we got the blessed and wonderful Mikey Wilson on drums. And gracing us with those beautiful horns, we've got Elias on trumpet. And we've got Big Sea Dog Callum on saxophone. My name's Kimani Anderson, and like I said, we is called Secret Night Gang. The next tune we're going to do is called Outtake. Thank you.
Just helping out, man.
All day, every day. Frustrating moments, so don't be mad, no, that's just life. Make sure you expect the unexpected, because if you don't, life will take you by surprise. Whoa. Some days are good, some days can be bad. Just live your life the best that you can. Even though some things seem hard to understand, just live your life the best that you can. I got my head on the water, yeah, and I feel so trapped. Keep your head up and never keep it down. People, can't you see that life's not a fantasy? So get off your high horse, come back down to reality. No. Whoa. Some days are good, some days can be bad. Just live your life the best that you can. Even though some things seem hard to understand, no. Just live your life the best that you can. So then say da da do re do 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 do, where da do le so do do li ba do li da le sa do le do le so le soleil. Don't, they are, say they are, say are, they are, say are, they are, say are, they are, say pas tout le le papa do ti vede do they are do de ba wa ba do do they say don't wait, don't wait, don't do they don't wait, don't wait, don't wait, don't so don't say don't say don't want do they want they don't be so hold on over. Life's journey's hard, and that's a fact. Keep going in life, 'cause you never get it back. Oh, singing life's too short for moping around. So get on with your life and move on. Whoa, whoa. Some days are good, some days can be bad. Just live your life the best that you can. Even though some things seem hard to understand, just live your life the best that you can. Whoa, whoa. Some days are good, some days can be bad. Just live your life the best that you can. Even though some things seem hard to understand, just live your life the best that you can. Whoa, whoa. Some days are good, some days can be bad. Just live your life the best that you can. Even though some things seem hard to understand, just live your life the best that you can. This next song, it's about being grateful, you know? And like, to be fair, there's not really been a lot to be thankful for, like, over this year, you know? But there's still one thing we've got at the end of the day, and that's life, innit? So, and to be honest, like, I just feel as though, me personally, I've been through so much. feel as though I've taken people for granted. I feel as though I've been a bane in their lives, you know? And I don't mean to, you know? Like, so like, I don't know who's gonna be watching, but whoever is watching, like, just know, like, I don't mean it, you know? And I apologize, innit? And this song is basically like a tribute to those who, like, I love and I care about, you know? It's called Grateful. Your love is the only thing that keeps me alive. Because of you, I'm able to survive. I can get through the next day with you by my side. Your presence is the best thing that's happened to me. That is something I can't deny. I'm ever grateful for your life. I'm so grateful that I had your love in this world, 'cause you turned my life around. As I look up above, I know that you're smiling down with love. And that is why I wanna say I love you so. Your words of encouragement go round and round in my head until I understood every word you say. There are some things that I don't get, but I will get them in time. People say they got time in their hands, but time it'll waste for no man. I'm forever grateful for your life. I'm so grateful that I had your love in this world, 'cause you turned my life around. As I look up above, I know that you're smiling down with love, and that is why I want to say I love you so. I'm forever grateful for your life. I'm so grateful that I had your love in this world, and you turned my life around. As I look up above, I know that you're smiling down with love, and that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I want to say I love you so. I want to say I love you, and that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I want to say I love you so. And that is why I wanna say I love you so. And that is why I wanna say I love you so. And that is why I wanna say I love you so. And that is why I wanna say I love you so. you so. Strings. Right. So the next tune is well. No, it is actually. It's called Fall in Love. So I hope he's enjoy. Yeah. First thing that I think about in the morning is you, baby, yeah. And how I want you in my life, and how I need you in my life. You are the one for me, lady. Yeah, brighten up my day. No matter whatever comes my way, you're always there for me. Yeah, because you love me, baby. And I love you too. Cause I'm with you every day. Wouldn't have it any other way. Cause all I do is fall in love. Fall in love with you. Cause I'm with you every day. Oh, wouldn't have it any other way. Cause all I do is fall in love. Fall in love with you. Every time that I lay my eyes on you, girl, it's like I'm falling in love all over again. But I've come to realize with you how I feel, it doesn't make a difference now or then. I try to tell you every day, honey, I care for you. Believe me, every word that I say. I'm on a high when I'm with you. I know you feel the same way too. I can do anything when I'm with you. Cause I'm with you every day. Wouldn't have it any other way. Cause all I do is fall in love. Fall in love with you. Cause I'm with you every day. Oh, wouldn't have it any other way. Cause all I do is fall in love. Fall in love with you. Cause I'm with you every day. Oh, wouldn't have it any other way. Cause all I do is fall in love, fall in love, fall in love with you. Okay. Okay, so. Yeah, alright then? Yeah. It's clearing the throat.
You can't be coughing now.
I think
The sun.
the sun, I see.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
That's what the magic of the phone tells me.
There we go. Jesus, what? Well, I guess. Yeah.
Getting hot.
Okay, here we go. One day, not long ago, I asked the sun to say, stand by me forever and love me no other way. There was no reply, no other way, but I felt it try to stay. And so I asked the sun to stay, and so I asked the sun to stay, but I let her go someday. But knew I let her go someday. Tilt of earth that I want away the glow. The warmth we once felt had gone away. Love has found a new place, a new home in what I used to know. And so I asked the sun to stay, and so I asked the sun to stay. But knew I'd let her go someday. But knew I'd let her go someday. After all this time, the sun will never shine. It lights up the sky like we once felt that day. It brings joy and happiness, but always goes away. And so I asked the sun to stay, and so I asked the sun to stay. But then I knew and so. And oh na na na, oh na na na, oh na na na, oh, oh, well. Oh na na na, oh na na na, oh, well. It was the hardest decision to make, but I knew I had to let them go someday. It was the hardest decision to make, but I knew I had to let her go someday. But then I knew I'd let her go someday.
was only the beginning, 'cause we've only just begun. My heart is pumping ever faster.
captured me. Oh, oh, that's the spirit of love. Right there is where I wanna be. 'Cause your love is keeping me. No, no. So move close to me. Baby, baby. So move close to me. Oh, oh. Right there is where I wanna be. 'Cause your love has seemed to capture me. Right there is where I wanna be. 'Cause your love has captured me. Me. Oh, that's the spirit of love. Right there is where I wanna be. 'Cause your love is keeping me. In your arms as you've captured me. Oh, that's the spirit of love. Right there is where I wanna be. 'Cause your love is keeping me. Your love is keeping every day. Your love is keeping in every way. Your love is keeping. 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 Your love is keeping, you're keeping me. Your love is keeping, your love is keeping, you're keeping me. Oh, 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 oh. Your love, oh, oh, oh. Your love is keeping me. Your love is keeping me. Your love is, yeah, yeah. Your love is, your love, yeah, yeah. Your love, your love, yeah, yeah. Your love, your love, yeah, yeah. Your love is keeping. Your love is keeping. Your love is keeping me. Oh, that was captured still, and as I said, it was, yeah. It was. And we are Secret Night Gang again, so we've got Jack Duckham on guitar. We've got Stuart Whitehead on bass. Got Marley Hayes on backing vocals. Got the wonderful Mikey Wilson on drums. Like I said, blessing us with the horns, we've got Elias. And we've got Callum. My name's Korkimani. And we are Secret Night Gang. So, I hope you've enjoyed. Take care, stay safe. Peace.
So, guys, that was amazing, and I understand it's on your second like proper gig. Is that right?
Thank you. Yeah, we did we out here a few months back, and then we've been asked to do this, and we've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. And yeah, I'm sure Stu has as well.
We were gutted because a friend of ours, Luby, who I know has been massively helping and supporting you, he was going to put you on in Leeds, and we were looking forward to going and seeing you in Leeds, but obviously because of lockdowns and stuff, that wasn't possible. But it's a real shame.
It is, isn't it? We'll get there soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, what can we do with this lockdown? Everyone's in the same position.
World's in a limbo, I guess. You know.
And we're certainly happy to do something with you in London. You know, when the time is right, and
100%.
And we can get back to sort of normal gigs and stuff. So let's take it back. Firstly, do you want to introduce yourselves and obviously the group name? Maybe a bit of background to the group name.
Okay. Do you want to go? The group name is quite interesting because my son, who's probably 6 at the time, is 7 now. What was it?
Would have been 5. Would have been 5.
Would have been 5. He came home from school one day and said, "Dad, I've joined a gang." And I said, "Oh my gosh, what is this gang?" And he said, "It's the Secret Night Gang." I went, "My gosh, that is a fantastic name for a band."
Oh.
It took him about 2 weeks to give it me, and it took Callum and Kamai about 2 weeks to decide. Well, yeah, that was the name. That was the name.
It just stuck ever since.
Going back to where we met, I mean, Callum and Kamai went to school together. They've been playing music from about 8 together. We had a Friday night jam session at the
Jam
Street, and that's literally where we met. Turned up, did the jam, and that's where we met. Became obviously friends. We realised we had so many musical influences, and yeah, they came back inspired from Love Supreme, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Love Supreme.
We were outside. They said, "Ready to do an
2018.
album?" I said, "Right, let's give it a go," and we went in there. 3 of us are quite good at songwriting. Not used to songwriting, I should say. And we just listened to each other without any egos, and we've written this album quite effortlessly and with a lot of fun.
And now
we've
we're
got
kind of at
different
this
players
point.
and yeah, I think that's how music should be, because there's a lot of egos in this game,
100%.
as people in the music business will tell you.
Yeah.
So that was a beautiful thing about it, in my opinion.
No, 100%.
And you've
I
been
agree.
involved in quite a few projects over the years, haven't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So tell us about some of those.
Just projects, doing house music, being in bands, doing the jazz circuit and that, so I've been active for years, and so I feel blessed that these 2 young lads asked me to write an album with them. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
And for you, as we were saying, you grew up with Callum. You've been sort of childhood friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And was music always the thing for you both?
Well, to be fair, like, for me personally, well, yes and no. Because, like, I grew up in a family where we were brought up in like a music environment. Like, I had older brothers that played instruments like drums and steel pans and things like that. But actually, the way me and Callum first met, we played football. And it wasn't until like later on in like high school days where like we developed a love for music. So then, I mean, the journey really started from there, really, and it's just progressing and progressing.
And what music was influencing you? What music sort of influenced you on your journey?
Well, a different range. Like I could go on. Like my main influence is probably Donny Hathaway and Marvin Gaye. But like looking at the groups, I'm looking at like say Earth, Wind and Fire, Kool and the Gang. Like to a certain degree, I'd probably say Prince had his swing down as well. To be fair, Prince was good. Prince is a good influence for me anyway.
There's obviously a lot of jazz in there as
A lot of jazz. Like I could, to be honest with you, the list is so endless. Like my mind's just out of freeze right now. But there's just so many people and so many artists that have influenced me, and I'm just trying to kind of make that known through my music and through our music, really. So.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about that, especially the 1970s. There's just endless music, isn't there? If you're into digging or anything, there's always something else that you've never heard. It's just an amazing era.
Okay.
And clearly we heard from your set, there's a lot of diversity in your music, there's lots of different styles that you're doing. And one thing that's interesting is when you released your first single, it was a great single, but it was a straight-ahead neo-soul sort of track.
Yeah.
And what really sort of drew us to think, actually there's something different about Secret Night Gang is when you put out The Sun. Because that's like, that showed a whole different dimension, which, you know, lots of other neo-soul artists don't do. So that really sort of picked up our ears, and we really got into that and started playing that quite heavily. So talk to us about the kind of musical diversity that you have within the act, because you recorded a full album.
Like for example, how that song came about. I had the chords. Callum really liked it.
So he had many various chords.
Yeah,
but
chords.
then,
We stripped it back,
but then Callum like heard the chords and thought we should use
and
them.
he just wrote a poem about broken heart.
Yeah, basically,
And then
True story.
Basically,
I just remember
in a
knocking
nutshell.
it together in the rehearsal room. It was kind of, again, it was effortless, but it was just, you know, and then it wasn't long before we recorded it, so it was recorded quite raw, if you like. It was rehearsed, but so I don't know, it's got a nice edge to it, but
I think that's also the nice thing about like the way the writing process that we have. I think like some of us have like original compositions that we've like done like previously, and then we've brought it to the table. Some of them we've worked on it together, and then some of it like it's just weird. It's a really nice.
Everyone's got a different, every song's got a different story, but
but like all of them,
just like you said before, just through listening and not an ego with it. You know, it's just the joy of writing and just playing. It was so that's, you know, so that's why I don't know, it's got that vibe, because it was done in a way where it was freedom, but at the same time discipline with the right. Do you know what I mean? It's like a bit of a mix of both.
Yeah.
And I think it shows because, I mean, we got like, how many songs did we get together? 16 songs recorded.
Yeah, about 16 songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how many songs, because you've been together around 2 years now.
Yeah.
And this year was the first year you started actually releasing some of those songs.
So we've been together. So the band's been together for 2 years, but like in terms of like the recording sort of process, it's come within like blocks. So we'd record, say, in September one time, and then we'd get together again in like, say, December, because at that time, like one of...
Yeah, that was a good point, because Callum had just gone to start to study in...
so we were trying to find a way
London,
to make ends meet. Really.
Trinity. So he kind of gave us a bit of sense of urgency to get the first 4 songs down, because he was literally going on his course the week later. Okay. But it kind of worked, and when because I used to have a rehearsal room, we used to go down there and, you know, just hang out and write, and then the Christmas come, we would get another 4 down.
And then
Easter
April.
we got another 4, and in the end I think we got 16 down, didn't we?
Yeah, we got 16 down, so we did two sets of 5, 2 rounds of 5, and then the last round was 6 songs.
And how many of those tracks are going to be on the first album?
I'm assuming about...
I think there's 10, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think there's 10.
Yeah.
On the first album, I think 9 or 10, I think, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And still we've, you know, I go out to London and we do writing sessions down there, and we got loads more ready to go. Yeah, well, you know, like written and just, you know, ready to get recorded with a full band. You know what I mean?
Just can't wait to share it with people. You know, it'll be nice.
And one of the things I was going to talk to you specifically about is that when I was talking to Marley, the soul scene in terms of sort of younger artists has really started to flourish now in the UK. When for example, when Marley first sort of put her first single out in 2016, there wasn't that many, mostly obviously US artists, particularly in terms of younger artists. And there's loads now coming through, and we've been touring and working with lots of them. I mean, what's the scene like for you in Manchester and stuff? And do you have lots of friends who are into the music and stuff? I know that in recent years there's been a massive resurgence in jazz, and there's lots of young jazz musicians, and that's really breaking through now. And sort of coming behind that is all the sort of neo-soul artists. And to me, it's really exciting that lots of young artists are now doing sort of neo-soul. So what's your perspective on it all?
I think it's brilliant, to be fair. It's about time that, like, my generation actually like start making their voice be heard, you know, like through their music. I think it's great, you know, like it's been a long time coming, especially for Manchester as well. I just think it's really refreshing, and the music, the amount of music, especially at the time that we're in as well. Like we're in like lockdown, and we've been through a pandemic like most of the year, and for Manchester to be like actually stepping up and producing so many like young artists, like it's just really refreshing to see. Like it's like this pandemic in a way has worked in the favour of like a lot of Mancunian artists coming up, and I think it's great.
And do you know, are you part of that scene? Do you know a lot of the other artists?
Yeah, I know quite a few of them, but it's been a while since I've like spoken to a lot of them, you know, like. But I think that's just like our paths will cross when they'll cross, and then when they do, I'm sure we'll have an amazing time together, you know.
And what do you guys want for the future? You know, you've recorded a lot of tracks now. Hopefully, the album will be released soon at some point. Where do you want this to go? What's your sort of vision for it all?
Well, yeah, it would be nice to sort of get on the road at some point, but we'll see what happens with that.
So live is definitely a big part of your
plan.
Definitely, yeah.
But obviously, we'll see what happens. We don't know what's going to happen, do we, with that? Just people to, like you say, people enjoy a track, even if you enjoy one out of the whole album, like. Or if people enjoy the different flavours of the whole album, that'd be a great thing. Just to just so people, people enjoy some good music. Hopefully, you know.
I would definitely want people to take something out of each song, or if not each song, just a song, because some of them are quite sentimental, and some of them are quite like. They're quite deep, and when you get down to the nitty-gritty of it, like, they're just really reflective, and it'd be nice if people, like, kind of take something from that, you know? Like, learn a lesson from the song, you know?
And what's also quite incredible is that you're only 2 songs in terms of stuff that you've actually put out there, and already things are starting to happen quite quickly. We were talking earlier about one of the tracks being included in the next Grand Theft Auto game, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And what other exciting things have been happening?
There's so many things, but like they will all be revealed in due course. That's the best way I can say it. It'll all be.
Oh, by the way, don't forget we did a track for the Band on the Wall as well, which is quite special, I think.
All I can say personally is people just keep your eyes peeled, and when you know,
Things are happening.
Things are happening, and when you know, you know.
Yeah.
But for now, I can't really say much.
So on that, how can people keep in touch with you and find out what you're up to? What are your socials and stuff?
Well, we're on Instagram, so you can go on Instagram, type in Secret Night Gang, and sure as hell we'll be there. So.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks
for
having us as well.
And we're also on Facebook too. So yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
So I hope you enjoyed that Secret Night Gang. Here we are in Manchester, the Hope Mill Studios, live streaming. And this next artist we first discovered in 2016 when she put out her EP, Quiet Silence. We were absolutely delighted to work with her last year when she did the Global Soul Tour and played the Academy in Manchester. Please welcome back Miss Marley Hayes.
my band. We're very excited to play some songs for you today. It's been a while. This first song's called Stay With Me.
Everyone has their good days. Sometimes you see their bad traits. The good, the bad, my heart you had in your hands. Was it lust, the love, the danger of making things last? Stay with me. Remember what I promised to you. Stay with me. Take advantage of my feelings for you. Ooh, you making me feel brand new. Won't you stay with me? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This can't be based on lies. Look deeper into my eyes. Can't you see you've already won the prize? Won't you stay with me if you let me be the one? I'll show you how things are done, and we'll make sweet love, baby. Stay with me. Remember what I promised to you. Stay with me. Take advantage of my feelings for you. You making me feel brand new. Won't you stay with me? Yeah. If you let me, you can, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, no, 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 no. You can, yeah, no, no, no. Stay with me. Just remember what I promised you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Take advantage of my feelings for you. You make me feel brand new. Stay with me. Stay with me. Won't you stay with me?
Very nice. Thanks, guys. This next one is called Priority. Normally gets the crowd going, but there is no crowd, so we're our own crowd today. Feel free to have a little dance in your front room.
Woke up know I'm right now every night, causing all the pain. You made a fool of me, and boy, you're so busy. And what matters to you, and never really proves on a priority. I should really talk to you, but my mind's so screwed. Do I stay another day, or do I walk away? Baby, I'm out of clues, and I can't sleep at night. I'm going on my mind, but you're okay and that's not right. How can I figure how am I supposed to live with this now? I know I'm a fool, but I still love you somehow. We're so far down the line, and I don't know what's right. Do we stick it out through all the doubt? I know I'll be fine, or maybe that's a lie. I don't think I'll sleep tonight without you by my side. I want you to hold me through the night. I want this to work for the both of us, because our love's so strong. But you need to improve, know what to do. Don't do me wrong. How can I figure how am I supposed to live with this now? No, 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 no. I know I'm a fool, but I still love you somehow. No, 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 no. No, no, how can I figure how am I supposed to live with this now? You're playing games, I know I'm a fool, but I still love you somehow. No, 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 no. How can I figure how am I supposed to live with this now? Now, 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 now. I know I'm a fool, but I still love you somehow. Oh gosh. Okay, this next one is called Are You, which was released through Brownswood a couple years back. It's one of my favourites. What's to come of this situation? It's been a long time coming. The answers aren't coming. At times we failed at communication, but now I sit and wait for your homecoming. Are you coming? Will it be the same? Don't know if I'm okay. Yeah, I want you to stay. You used to see straight through me, but now these walls are thicker, and they're only getting bigger. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I sit and think about the times we've had up to now. They were memories painted gold. I never had no doubts, 'cause now I'm crying out. It's my be enough for you. Enough for you. Enough for you. Thank you. Tommy, you weren't lying, it's very warm. Whoa. Okay, this next one was the first single that I ever released and wrote actually, and it's called Jump. So I hope you guys like it. Every day that passes by, I guarantee that you're on my mind. It's like you can see into my eyes. I'm letting you into my life. I don't feel no pain, I feel no fear. Want you to whisper into my ear and just be near, my dear. 'Cause it's you that I want. It's you that I need, you that I count on to bring me peace. And I long for the day to see your face, begin your embrace. Feel that place in my body jumping, it's jumping. I'm jumping with your loving, jumping, it's jumping. You've got me jumping with your loving. Na 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 no, na no 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 no. You help me turn my life back around. You pick me up when I'm feeling down. You always make me smile, never frown. Sometimes you don't even make a sound. I feel like I found someone who will always be there if I'm gone. But could you be the one? You that I want. It's you that I need, you that I count on to bring me peace. I long for the day to see your face, begin your embrace. I feel that place in my body jumping, it's jumping. I'm jumping, ooh, with your loving. Jumping, it's jumping. Yeah, 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 you've got me jumping with your loving. Yeah, jump, make it jump, jump, make it jump, jump. Make it jump. Ooh, oh, jump. Make it jump, jump. Make it jump, jump, jump. Make it jump, jump. Oh, oh, it's you that I want. It's you that I need, you that I count on to bring me peace. And I long for the day to see your face, be your embrace. I to bring me peace. I long for the day to see your face, be in your embrace, and feel that place. Okay, I'm going to break it down a tiny little bit. And Nee and I are going to just play this one. This is called Come Closer. I tried to kid myself thinking he ain't the one, but inside I know we can't stop what's begun. Hate telling him what he means to me, but my soul, my mind, my body gotta be free. And as the days pass by, I'm not sure how to feel. Start to question, are my feelings really real? Oh, 'cause all I ask for is honesty. I can't explain how much it means to me. I wanna feel your touch, is that really too much to ask for? Hold on to my soul, don't let go, come closer, yeah. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, closer, closer. Come closer, yeah, yeah. And I needed reassurance just to be clear on whether I go or whether I stay near. And just before you tell me what's on your mind, with your words you must be kind. I know I'll be here for you, baby. It's all getting kinda crazy. Maybe we should take things slow, 'cause one thing I'm sure I know is I wanna feel your touch. Is that really too much to ask for? Ooh, hold on to my soul and don't let go. Come closer, yeah. Ooh, closer, closer, closer. Come closer, yeah. You closer, closer. Come closer, yeah. Closer, yeah, yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Said I want you to come closer to me, baby. Thank you. Okay, this next one is a new unreleased song. It's called Rewind Reload. No love in these sheets, lie and cover up. Pretend you give your love to me for free. I've got my hands tied. When I wake up, it looks like I'm still paying. I keep on telling all my friends that he's so heartless. I know it's not the end, so I'll be back regardless. You're so good at being bad to me, but you know all my passwords. Baby, you're just too cold. I wanna keep my eyes closed. I'm gonna rewind, reload. 'Cause there ain't no love, ain't no trust. It's just the way that we love. What does it feel like to give it up? What's an addict, yeah, without a fix? And we can pretend like we've had enough, but we keep going back on our word, our word. Ooh. 'Cause if I stay, yeah, if I push you, just keep pulling. Letting you in is what I regret every morning. 'Cause you're so good at being bad to me. Ooh, you know all my passwords. Maybe you're just too cold. I wanna keep my eyes closed. Gonna rewind, reload. Ooh, ain't no love, no trust. Said it's just the way that we. Maybe you're just too cold. I wanna keep my eyes closed. Gonna rewind, reload. No, 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 no. Ain't no love, no trust. Said it's just the way that we love. Said this just, I said this just, the way we love, 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 love. Thank you. I'm looking forward to releasing that one. We enjoy playing it quite a lot, and this is another older one. It's called Hate on Me. Somebody's hating on me. Feeling like you've got control of me now. See, look what you done did to me. You made me stronger and made me wiser, but don't ever let that careless words hurt you. You must be so sad about your soul to think that you wanna break me out, but never again. You're better than them, so mind your business. I'm on my shit. Never again. I'm going again. 'Cause ain't nobody got time for this. You took time from your day to point out to me that you are. I'm a diva. Ha. Ooh, honey, please, you are so caught up in your own life. You get on with yours, and I'll get on with mine. stories, no. How could you disrespect me? You're telling lies in my mind. There's too much negative energy, and you think that you'll bring me here, but never again. You're better than them, so mind your business. I'm on my shit. Never again. I'm going to get. Ain't nobody. Never again. You're better than them, so mind your business. I'm on my shit. Never again. I'm going to get. Ain't nobody. Nobody got time for this. That was a warm song. Thanks, guys. Hope everyone's enjoying so far and enjoying the whole live stream. New way of gigs. But yes, this next one is called Oceans, and it was released about a year ago with a beautiful Mancunian rapper called Lay Full Stop. So yeah, go check out the song. I learned today your future isn't far away. No matter what, we will always make mistakes. Take your time and everything will be just fine. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When you choose to love yourself, bright or blue, good vibrations will always come back to you. Just believe and you will see the grass is always green. I love it like an ocean. We're pushing and pulling, but what are we doing? Love it like an ocean. I can feel the moon moving, waiting for the car. Yesterday, my pain, it seems so far away, because today I woke with sun on my face. 'Cause you gotta take the good out of every situation. Now let me tell ya, I don't need you to hold my hand along the way. I just gotta keep loving like an ocean. We're pushing and pulling, so what are we doing? I'm loving like an ocean. I can feel the moon moving and waiting for the car. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no. I said we're pushing and pulling, pulling. I can feel the moon moving, moving. I said we're pushing and pulling, pulling, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pulling, 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 pulling. Loving like an ocean. I said we're pushing and pulling, but what are we doing? I'm loving like an pushing and pulling, pulling. Okay, thank you to these guys for having us. It's been really lovely to be able to perform with my band. And yeah, it's very warm in here, so we're going to get on with this song. This is my most recent single. It's called Save Ourselves. I released it last month, and I'm really grateful to finally have it out in the world because this song means a lot to me. And yeah, I really hope that you guys like it. And if you do, please go support Buy on Bandcamp because they waiver their fees every first Friday of every month so that all the money goes directly to the artists. And that's really helping us at this time when we're not able to gig and sell merch like normal. So that would be so helpful to all the artists that are performing tonight. So yeah, thank you again. And this is called Save Ourselves. She says she's hurting, and I feel helpless. Your mother's calling out to you. So much disruption, it's a disaster, and no one knows if we'll pull through. Our wealth is wasted if we can't help us. Constantly turning a blind eye. This is our home here. Don't you want to be here? We're dying to save those goodbyes. But is it too late now to save ourselves? Running away, that's what we do so well. And we should really help before it is farewell, 'cause these may be the only cards we dealt. Look at us hiding while she's here crying. When are we gonna realize that this is our last chance to make a difference before we have to say goodbye? But is it too late now to save? I said, is it too late for us? Running away, that's what we do so well. We should really help before it is farewell. These may be the only cards we dealt. No, 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 no. You know she watching. You hear her calling. Why don't you stop it? You know she watching. Why don't you stop it? You hear her calling, calling. Why don't you stop it? Why don't you? No, 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 no. But is it too late now to save ourselves? Running away, that's what we do so well. We should really help before it is farewell. These may be the only cards we dealt. But is it too late now to save ourselves? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's what we do so well. We should really help before it is farewell. 'Cause these may be the only cards we dealt. Is it too late now to say
Well, that was fantastic. How was it to perform live again?
Yeah, really good. It's been a long year of not performing, so it feels really good to get back to it. We last had our last gig in January, so it's been a long while since we've made some music together. So yeah, I just hope it continues this way because it's been too long.
And you were also performing earlier with Secret Night Gang, so do you want to explain the connection? Because this was a bizarre scenario.
Well, my mum is a music producer, well-known music producer in Manchester, and she has been helping manage and produce them. So I've just had it in my ears for like months. So I already pretty much knew the tunes anyway. And yeah, I've just become quite close with Callum and Kamani, who write the music for the band. I mean, they all write the music for the band. But yeah, so I did the BVs for their recorded songs. So they just asked me to jump on today as well.
Yeah, because it was bizarre. I called up their manager,
Yeah.
not knowing who their manager was, and said, "Oh yeah, on the lineup we've also got Marley." And she goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, Marley's my daughter."
Yeah, small world.
Small world. So let's take it back to the beginning a bit. We first came across you in 2016 when you released your EP, Quiet Silence.
Yeah.
So how did you get into music? How did it all come about? Obviously, there's music in the family, I guess.
Yeah. My so obviously, like I just said, my mum's a music producer and sound engineer, and my dad's a singer. Both my grandparents are classical composers and pianists, and then on my dad's side we've got a lot of like DJs and singers as well. So it was kind of inevitable that music was going to be part of my life somehow, and I felt like I didn't really start taking it seriously until I went to university in 2012. But even before that, I'd been singing backing vocals for JP Cooper, who's now like blown up, which is really cool to see. I've still been doing some stuff with him recently, so that's been really nice. But yeah, so I went to university and studied popular music at Leeds College of Music. And from then, when I graduated in 2015, I've just kind of been doing original music since then. So it's been, like 5 years since I've been doing it properly and had some really great opportunities along the way. So I'm very grateful to be on this journey that I'm on.
Yeah, we did a showcase actually with JP in the early days.
Oh, really?
Under the Bridge, quite a few years ago now. But
I feel like that was one that I was doing BVs for him.
Oh, really? Wow.
Potentially, because I remember that.
It was for Music Week, because we were.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I did a few were down in London with him as well.
So how did you come about to actually record your own stuff once you sort of started doing BVs and stuff?
So my mum had a studio at the time in Manchester. So I kind of had like free reign, really. So it's very handy to have a mother that is a sound engineer. So I had already played with quite a few people at uni because I kind of made some connections with musicians, as you would at a music university. And then, we started doing, writing some original music, mainly me, and then kind of taking it to them to develop. And then we decided to record it at my mum's studio. And then, from then on, it's just kind of like we've been together ever since, all of us. So it's been really nice to actually stick with the same people because we just kind of feel like a family. And so from then on, I've kind of started to collaborate with other people and collaborate with other producers, some other musicians and singers and stuff like that. So it's an ongoing process.
What's interesting to me is that when we first heard your music, at that time you were a bit of an outlier. There wasn't that many UK artists doing soul.
Yeah.
There was the whole jazz thing coming through quite strongly. There
Mm.
wasn't that many people doing soul. Now, in 2020, there's loads and
So
loads of
much.
artists coming through. There's a bit of a scene in Manchester and London. There's loads. So what made you decide? Because you were kind of trailblazing a little bit. What made you decide to go down the soul route, particularly for younger artists? I mean, obviously, soul has been with us for a very long time.
Yeah.
But for younger artists to create soul music as opposed to R&B or all the different genres that younger audiences are into, what made you decide to do soul?
To be honest, I don't know if it was really a choice. I still don't feel like it's a choice now. I just kind of make music that I really like. I feel like I think my main influences are very like, maybe not in the same box, but they're in like similar categories, I would say. So like neo soul is like probably the thing that I listen to the most. And then like a lot of old school R&B and soul. But I didn't really feel like it was a choice. It was just what I enjoyed the most and kind of just gravitated towards. But I really like, like more singer-songwriter-y type vibes as well, which I kind of feel Come Closer that we did today maybe represents a little bit. And yeah, I enjoy going out into other genres as well, but like not too far, because I just love the vibe that soul and R&B just brings. Like, it just feels like a big warm hug. That sounds really cheesy, but I honestly, when I go to a gig and it's like I went to Moonchild, that was the last gig that I went to this year, and it was just, nothing feels better than listening to that kind of music to me anyway.
Was that in Manchester, the Manchester
Yeah,
gig?
yeah, they played a Band on the Wall, yeah.
And you did a show at Band on the Wall, didn't you, before lockdown?
Yes. Yeah, that was in January. So that was the last gig that I ended up doing, which was my first headline show. So I was like, like, you know, the train kind of was going to do like maybe a few more, but obviously it's been a weird year.
And then obviously before that you did the Academy with us.
Yeah.
In December.
Yes, I was going to say last year.
It feels like a very long time
I was
ago,
going to say,
but it's actually less than a year
yeah,
ago.
it's gone so quick. But yeah, that was amazing as well. Such a great lineup of artists that were on there.
And you performed a couple of songs that are unreleased, didn't you? So
Yes.
tell me about those.
I'm trying to think what was on my set list now. So yeah, there was a couple. One that I wrote with a guy called Ed Thomas, who's great, and Toby Davis as well. So that's going to be coming out in the near future, but everything's felt very slow in 2020. Even though I guess there was like a lot of opportunity to create and write, I have to just be honest, I wasn't feeling crazy inspired. So it's not been, you know, like a mad productive year. I kind of wish it would be, but I'm not a person that can really force creativity. I prefer it to come naturally. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to releasing that song. It's all recorded and ready to release. I just need to set a release date for it.
And speaking of releases, you've just released a single, and you were saying earlier that it's a really important one to you. So
Yeah.
talk to us a bit about that.
Yeah, so Save Ourselves is about the environment and the world and the climate at the minute, which I feel is quite shocking. So I wanted to challenge myself and write something just a little bit different. I mean, I don't want to say everyone writes about like love and all that kind of stuff, because it's all different in many different ways and it's all a different conversation. But I just wanted to write something a little bit different, something else that mattered to me. And at that point, I wrote it in 2018 now. And yeah, I think it's just a really important conversation to be having, and to just be aware of the decisions that we're making as human beings, and just being aware, being more cautious, trying to be as sustainable as possible, because at the end of the day, this is our home, and if we mess it up, then it's gone. So yeah, I think it's a really important topic of conversation to continue to have.
Well, we were fortunate enough to have it early, and we've been supporting it, and we love the single.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Manchester and being part of the Manchester scene and stuff. What's that? How's that been?
Oh, I mean, I guess it's all I know, so it's great. Everyone's very supportive, which is really nice. Obviously, Connie, who's part of Children of Zeus, was DJing for the showcase that we did last year, and I really feel like Children of Zeus are like pioneers for showcasing like up and coming talent of Manchester, which is really, really nice. And it kind of just feels like that all around. Everyone feels very integrated and supportive of one another, which is really nice, because it can feel quite daunting, especially maybe when there's a lot of people that are maybe doing a similar genre to you, or yeah, it can just feel quite scary.
So is it like a small community?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, you know, we all share music with each other, and a couple of the people, a couple of artists that we know, like, you know, have radio shows on like Reform Radio, for example, and Unity Radio. So everyone kind of plays each other's music, which is really nice as well, because, you know, they could just be playing anyone's, but they choose to really represent their city, which I think is really, really nice.
And so tell us a bit about the future. What's coming up for Marley?
New music. I mean, I feel like everyone would just say that, but yeah, I've got a couple of releases ready to release. I am starting to get back into writing now, so I'm very excited to be doing that. More so just on my own as well, rather than I love to collaborate, but I really kind of want to home in on my sound and make sure that I'm representing myself authentically. So yeah, lots of new music is coming very soon.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for today. It's a wonderful performance.
Thank you so much.
And so for our final set here in Manchester, the Hope Mill Studios, we have a very special treat for you. Early this year, we were sent exclusively to preview on Global Soul, the brand new album from a band we hadn't heard from for over 15 years. The new album, Love Rising Up, is absolutely fantastic, and we're delighted to have, for the first time in over 16 years, playing live Jersey Street.
is so beautiful.
Lovely. Good evening, one and all. This is Jersey Street. It's been a while. The next song we got for you is called No One Can Take Your Place.
I'm still in season, I'm still running the race. Tell me, is there a place in your heart for me? Too far to remember, too close to forget. As you look, December was right around again. Tell me, is there a place in your heart for me? I've never felt so into it. I'll give you all that I can give. I've never felt so into it. I'll give you all that I can give. Well, we have it good. I feel it pure. That's the reason. Sure, no one can take your place. No, 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 no. Been such a long time since I've seen your face. Hope I'm still in season, I'm still running the race. And I pray there's still a place in your heart for me. Funny, but it seems like life gets in the way. As you look to nighttime, night turns into day. And I pray there is still a place in your heart for me. For me, for me, for me. What we have is good.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, Apple on the saxophone. Fabulous. Okay, so we're going to take it to the carnival. Yeah, let's do it. Carnival, it's getting on out on the streets. I must confess you got the power to make me feel complete. So many stories have been written, all kinds of people passing by. Some are cold and some are lonely, while others pass without the vibe. Carnival, I count the blessings in my life. I hope you feel the spirit move you and bring you happiness tonight. You got the power to dance away your sorrow, power to be who you wanna be, power to make a better tomorrow, power to be free. Night falls gently on my shoulder, lilac moves beneath my feet. Some never know when things are over and live forever in their dream. You got the power to dance away your sorrow, power to be who you wanna be, power to make a better tomorrow, power to be free. Carnival, summer dreaming, I count the blessings in my life. I hope you feel the spirit move you and bring you happiness tonight. Power to Let's make it funky. Are you ready? Yeah.
For the time, Mother Earth, you've been showing up what life is worth with the simple things you do. When the mysteries keep unfolding like the sun, how it circles, making me feel warm. The miracle of a child's birth, how you lift up our spirits to heaven above. Sparkle like the stars. I'm so thankful that you are mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are the little band proof. Something old, something new. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just the way we are. We are the little band proof. Something old, something new. We are the little band. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just the way we are. So confused by the things that people do, but I can't afford to be swayed by their moves. It's so pitiful when I think of all the pain. So many reasons to feel good. The miracle of a child's birth, how you lift up our spirits to heaven above. And we sparkle like the stars. I'm so thankful that you are mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are the living proof. Something old, something new. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just the way we are. We are the living proof. Something old, something new. We are the living proof. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just the way we are. We are the living proof. Something old, something new. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just the way we are. We are the living proof. Something old, something new. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just the way we are. Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah, so beautiful.
So this evening we're going to give you one more, even though we want to do plenty more, but we're going to leave you with Love Will Be Our Guide. This one's for all you freedom fighters out there. Let love reign.
such a precious thing. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, what joy and happiness it brings. Ooh, yeah. Even when my heart it hurts, it begins to sing. Ooh, yeah. For without love, life don't mean a thing. For without you, there's no song to sing. Ooh, yeah. And waking moment,
They're back. We certainly are.
Wow, what an amazing set after a hiatus of an incredible 16 years, and that's how you perform. Incredible. Matt, talk us through, that was an incredible band. Talk us through some of the members and their background and
Yeah,
stuff.
some of the best northern session boys around, and one honorary southerner. So, yeah, we had on drums Errol Rollins, from the lineage of the Rollins family, who anyone who knows the soul music in England might know well. And on sax, Athol Ransom from the Haggis Horns, who some of you might know. Errol also plays with them. Dan Carpenter on trumpet and on some of the horn arrangements, who worked with Level 42 and Incognito, Heavies, all those kind of bands. And our old rhythm section there, which is Jasper Wilkinson on guitar, Ollie Collins on bass, and on BVs, Doreen Edwards, and of course, the mighty Dawn Z on lead vocals.
So before we come back to you, Matt, then, Dawn, give us a bit about your history and how you came to be in Jersey Street.
Well, I was doing quite a bit of session work, coming from mainly reggae, I would say, really. And our other Jersey Street member, which is Neil, he's not with us, he wanted me to do some vocals on a track that he'd put together. And I think from then, they never let me go. They've kept me prisoner all this time.
Have you done other stuff since or simultaneously as well?
Yeah, because I've done a bit of work with New Order. I think 2005 Crystal. I've done quite a bit of work with Victor Haynes, which is a soul singer from Manchester. Various bits and bobs. Mm-hmm.
And Matt, you've also, or you still play in a relatively big band?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my day job is still the Brand New Heavies. They won't like me calling it that, obviously.
And that's in fact how we first met, because when India left Brand New Heavies, she was replaced, particularly from a touring perspective, by an artist called Honey La Rochelle.
Yeah.
And Honey La Rochelle we worked very closely with when she launched her solo album, and we did a showcase much like this.
Yes.
And you were in that band.
Yeah, as was Dan, our trumpeter.
Exactly.
And yeah.
And that was I think about 8 or 9 years ago. But yeah. So that's when we first met.
Yeah,
and then
that was a great gig.
And then came back to this. So
yeah,
so
it's a small soul world. Man.
Yeah, it's a small world. Yeah. So 15 years since your last recording was released in 2005. So what happened? Why? How did this album kind of come about?
I mean, the easiest thing to say
later?
is life got in the way, I guess.
Oh, I love
that. We were, me and Neil had some kids, and then Neil moved to Barcelona, and it just, then we just sort of dissipated slightly, and then years later we were just talking about some tracks we'd started around about 16, 17 years ago, that we'd always done programmed music mostly, but I think we'd grown a bit bigger than our capabilities back in the day there, and we sort of really, we were always writing string lines and wanting live drums and a lot more of this kind of, a lot more of the live jazzy influence, but we didn't really have the chops or the sort of technical new to pull it off at that point, And then years later, me and Neil was over from Barcelona, he was just visiting, and I found a folder called Jersey Street Album 3 on my Mac, and I showed it to him, we opened it up, and we were like, ooh, these are heavy. And then they thought, well, you know what, we owe it to these tracks to finish them, which is basically kind of in a very light and easy way. Just let's just finish these as they are, without any thought about labels or market or anything like that. And I think maybe that serendipitous thing is maybe why it works, because we didn't have any. The only thing in our mind was the music.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we sort of polished it up and burnished it a bit and re-recorded put a lot of post strings and horns on, and there you go. It turns out that a lot of people actually liked it.
And one of the tracks you finish with, "Love Will Be Our Guide," you actually released that before. I mean, personally,
Yeah.
I think the version that's on the album is actually a lot better than the version you released originally. So talk us through that sort of song.
Yeah, that's an interesting story because that's how we wrote that song. We had it in our heads as an Earth, Wind and Fire type big, big disco-y, in your face kind of chords all over the place, horns, and then we worked with a great producer, Mark Picciotti in Chicago, who wanted to put it out as a big dance floor banger, really, which is what he did, and we weren't complaining from a financial point of view. However, we always wanted to do that version, and so it was really nice to put it on this album as kind of how we always felt it. To us it was a rare groove.
And we wanted it to sound.
Yeah, so that's how the track, the version that's on the album is probably what me, Dawn, and Neil had in mind for it. But
initially, yeah.
The other one, I'm glad they did it.
Yeah.
It was an interesting journey to go on.
Mr. Picchiotti is a very talented young man.
And you talked about that there is a contrast in your music. So the singles that you've put out are more sort of electronic, house orientated, a bit of gospel, but soulful house, that kind of thing. But your albums, and particularly this one, are more sort of soul, jazz orientated. So talk us through all that.
I would say that's not deliberate, is it?
No, that certainly is not deliberate. I think it was probably just the vibe at the time. Do you know what I mean? We were just feeling a bit cool and...
Yeah. I mean, I would say all our stuff really is just...
chilled.
It's soul and jazz to us, but if you do something at 123 BPM and put a kick behind it, people will call it deep house. But, deep house was soul music from Chicago originally, wasn't it? And that's, so that's where that will be our thinking on it. It's just soul music that occasionally it's at the right tempo for a house thing. So you end up getting and maybe when you're on labels like Junior Boyzo and that are more house orientated, people think that. But to us, it was always organic soul that just happened to have some programming behind it. I'd say that's the
because we always wanted to write good songs, didn't we?
The songwriting is always at the core for us.
Yeah.
So how did it all start? Because as you mentioned, Junior Boy's Own, which was the label that you was first signed to, and your first single came out in 1998.
No.
Really?
Wow.
1991?
1998.
I wasn't born then, honey. What's up with you? I'm only joking.
So how did that all come about? How did you get together? How did you get that deal? What happened?
I think, was that Nobody But My Lord? That'd be
It was, wasn't it?
Which is essentially a gospel track, really.
Yeah, it is
but
gospelly.
But at a kind of housey tempo.
Yeah.
And Terry Farley, those guys put it out. And then I was doing a session for Neil when we were working with Loved Up, who are, any Manx will know as nice big room house DJs essentially. And then I started working with Neil Ando on the back of that, and I guess it kind of grew from there, But the idea of any game plan, obviously, or roadmap would be that would be credited us with far too much forward planning. It's a bit like, oh, is this happening now? Okay.
How did that then lead to you getting signed to Junior Boy's Own?
Well, we just did 2 or 3 singles with JBO. And then at the time we put, there's a lot of vinyl, Jersey Street vinyl out on different labels from around about that era. A lot of which isn't on our albums, actually, I'd love to collate it all at some point.
That's true.
On some, labels like Yellow and...
What's this?
I'll go on.
Gillies, there's one from Gillies, Electric.
Electric Chair, which is, the Unabombers, Manchester, There's I can't, off the top of my head, I can't bring them all out, but we run a lot of the kind of the cooler underground labels at the time.
So how did the Glasgow Underground thing come about?
I think Kevin was just a big fan of the JBO stuff, and then we delivered an album to him that was full of all kind of tempos and jazz and soul and
random.
But I think he dug it. I don't think
he was feeling it.
Yeah. I don't think he was quite sure what it was, but he was like, I'll put it out. But you're right. Probably the ones that came out in 12 would be the ones that were a little bit more. That you would probably play, you would term deep house now, I guess, but that was never intentional on our behalf. That was just some more soul music for us, just at a certain tempo.
And the last of that series of 12s that you put out was 2005, Blessed is the Man, which was a lovely track.
Yeah.
But then, talk to me first about that track in particular.
You can lead on that one, Dawn.
Wow. you know, I totally forgot about that track. I mean, I can't remember how it goes, to be totally honest. But, you know, a few people have been talking about that track. I was so surprised when, who were we talking to the other day?
Yeah,
Earth and Rainy.
Yeah.
Brought that back to our attention, and I was just so shocked. I don't know, I think we just wanted to be, like, just go on a deep, cool level. It's just not planned. I think sometimes we just do things on a vibe. Do you know what I mean? And I think that was the vibe we were just feeling at that particular time, why Blessed is the Man comes out. And Blessed is the Man, it's actually, some of it is a bit of a psalm. Do you know what I mean? And it's good that, you know, people can bless each other for a change. Because we're usually cursing each other, aren't we? So, yeah, I think that's what inspired us to write Blessed is the Man. You know?
And then what happened after that? Because obviously there's then been this 15 years.
I guess that was, that was
yeah,
the last
life
thing
got in the way, as you said.
Yeah,
Children and all kinds of stuff, marriages and stuff, and you know, so we all like had a hiatus of some sort. And then we decided to put this album out. And as you said, I mean, we just looked at this album as a piece of art. Do you know what I mean? We weren't looking for no high accolades. We just wanted to put good music out with some fantastic musicians, and that's what we've done, really.
And how did it feel to be performing live again?
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Kind of weird, amazing, but weird as well. Like, you know,
yeah.
Well, it's so ingrained in what we've all been doing since we were, 15, 16. That this is, for me, the longest I've never not played. Probably the same
Nothing
for you,
live,
isn't it?
yeah. It's been...
So even while I was doing it was quite emotional, actually, looking around and seeing some of my old best friends and thinking, I've not done this with them for, for the longest time.
But good.
But it felt
I
nice,
guess it's strange for two reasons. One is that you're obviously playing a lot anyway, generally, and you haven't been able to do that because of the pandemic. And then secondly, you haven't played with these guys for a very long time.
I mean, us gigging live will be an emotional, amazing experience anyway for us because it's been that long, whatever.
It's been a while,
But for it also to be on top of a worldwide pandemic where no musicians play. So so it was a bit, for us that was heavy for a number of reasons.
Like getting out of jail, getting out of prison, getting out of prison.
Yeah. I know. We just need to be going to the pub now, but never mind. It is what it is.
So I wanted to also talk to you a little bit about the Manchester scene, and sort of because jazz has gone through a bit of a renaissance recently, and there's lots of different jazz musicians coming through, and Manchester is as vibrant as ever in terms of musically, and you're a key part of the Manchester scene in a number of different ways. Not only because of Jersey Street, but also you're a teacher, for example, Matt. And you teach a lot of the students that come through that then go to create bands, etc., etc. So tell us a bit about the sort of soul and jazz scene in Manchester and how it's changed over the years.
I mean, it's never gone away. It's always occasionally the spotlight appears back on Manchester as though something brand new is happening, but really, it's always that vibrant. It's just when people choose to look, they notice it. But so to me, it feels like a renaissance because someone's called it that. But you could always go out and watch, amazing players left, right, and centre in Manchester. And it's just had a bit of a spotlight, maybe from Gondwana Records, Matt and Nat Birchill, and kind of there's a bit of a, I suppose they call it a spiritual jazz scene that's sort of appeared up here of late, But Manc was always full of people jamming and going for it, and without an agenda, which has always been, because the very nature of the lack of big labels up here and everything, yet things aren't driven. The music definitely comes first, and there's never much financial incentive either way. So I guess that means you get less session work, but you get more players who would be session players if they're in London end up writing their own projects because there isn't the work they might have if they were down at Ronnie's every week. So as a result, you end up with a hotbed of creativity from that. Players who might be doing film sessions or or just pop sessions if they're in London. So you end up with these amazing players doing quite unusual creative stuff, and that's my take on it, having sort of analysed it for a few years. But to me, there isn't a renaissance. It's the same as it ever was. It's just people are looking a bit at the moment, which is great.
What do you think of? I mean, you obviously work with a lot of young musicians. We had a young band kick us off tonight, the Secret Night Gang. But you work with lots of young musicians coming through. What's your sort of feeling of what's going on at the moment, the talent that's coming through? And
actually,
stuff?
They're amazing. Yeah, a lot of my ex-students, they blow me away. They do when I'm teaching them. I'm trying to run out of things to remember to teach them because they're way ahead of the game. But they're really creative. They're really they've just got a real let's just try it. They'll try anything, And I really admire that. So it's definitely Marley, Secret Hand. A lot of new bands like that are just really taking risks, and it's quite interesting to hear it all. Yeah.
So now you're back. You've put an album out. You've now performed live for the first time in many years. What's next? What do you want? Where do you want to take this?
Well, we just want to continue making really good music. You know, we're writing, you know, at the moment, you know, and hopefully we've got a few more sketches of art in us. You know what I mean? So that's what we're planning to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year, if what's the name goes away, or what's it's called goes away, we can start doing some live sessions again.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, there's nothing like live music. There's nothing like it. You know.
Yeah. We always had a big band, a 9-piece band back in the day. So to kind of, you know, to play again and go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so thinking about it now, it'd be really nice to tour again and promote music. You know, that would be a dream. Let's see how things go. I guess we just gotta be realistic.
Yeah,
for now.
yeah.
So it won't be another 15 years before the next release, and another 16 years before.
Well,
you perform
not
live.
from our choice. It won't. You know.
So tell people where they can get in touch with you, where they can find you on social media, and where they can find your music and stuff.
Okay, well, I mean, we're on all the usual streaming platforms, that's what you know. But, you know, if you were feeling more like you want some of the money to actually go to the musicians, feel free to go to Bandcamp, search Jersey Street. We're there on Bandcamp.
And so you've got physical product as well as download as well.
Yeah, we didn't do vinyl of this. I know you were asking for some vinyl. We didn't do vinyl for this album because we just didn't know it was going to be this well received. But a lot of people have asked me, so I'm thinking it's looking like it's worth us doing. So we're kind of thinking about maybe doing a vinyl with some remixes on. We've got some exclusive remixes. Certain Ratio have done us a really interesting remix, and I've got a couple of irons in the fire for some really, really interesting remixes, and I think that might really work as a double vinyl.
There's definitely a vinyl renaissance. So.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And it's the age group and everything is the right, you know, the music I think suits, it would work on vinyl. We just didn't know whether to take that risk originally when we started because we didn't know how well it was going to be received. So I think that's our plan, to do a vinyl of this with some cool remixes on. Watch this space on that one, I guess. You know, we'll see.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
A pleasure. Thanks for getting us back together.
You're taking a mick.
There's no way we'd have got a live show together without the pressure of someone asking us. So.
True. That's, you give us a nudge.
No.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yes, thank you very much. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Thanks.